Hello everybody on YouTube, this is Super Nintendo, and today is a very special day. And you may be thinking in your head, why? Why is it a very special day? Well, today is my 3DS's 7th birthday. This isn't the same 3DS I had 7 years ago, because, you know, it gets worn down, the buttons break. But it's the same core memory I've had for 7 years. I actually still have my old model 3DS over here. Let me, there we go. I always have the thing on and, on my extra charger so it can, like, straight pass with my new one all the time, so I can always get little, yeah, this is my older model one. I think this is my second 3DS I had. Anyway, today is gonna be a video on my fun times I've had on this thing. So let me take you back in time a little bit. Mr. Peabody, get the Wayback ready. Anyway, I don't know why I did that. But the 3DS came out, and I know I got it in 2011. I don't know if I got it launch day. I don't remember that far back. But I remember seeing Ocarina of Time 3D, or Ocarina, however the fuck you want to say it. And at the time, Ocarina was one of the few Zelda games I had not beaten. Primarily because I remember my only time playing it was on the Collector's Edition, which I also have. It's in my bedroom because that's where my GameCube is. And for those wondering, yes, I will be doing a video similar to this on my GameCube in November. So look forward to that. And my 3DS was, I remember asking for a long time for a 3DS, and because I wanted to play Ocarina of Time. And then I get it. I do something stupid, like, right before, like, I would have gotten it. Like, I was supposed to get it for my birthday, I think. Either that or Christmas. And, I did something stupid, and I got grounded, so I wasn't allowed to have the thing until, like, a month or something later. And, that wait was fucking agonizing. And, because it was like, oh, I got Ocarina of Time, because like a month or so prior, I bought Ocarina of Time 3D, because it was like, well, I know I'm gonna get a 3DS at some point, I just don't know when. And knowing my family, I'd probably get one for Christmas or my birthday or something. And my copy goes missing. And I wrote on the back of on the back of the cartridge, like, my initials, and so I knew that my copy goes missing, and being the suspicious little dickbag I was, or am, I assumed that somebody in the house had stolen it. I'm not going to name names, but apparently that person did, and didn't tell them. Well, obviously, if you take something from somebody, you're not going to tell them. Yeah, that whole experience was kind of a huge anger thing. So, I eventually buy a new copy of it and 100% the game. For a long freaking time, Ocarina of Time was my only 3DS game. In fact, I can prove this. I got like, if I go into like the play history thing on my 3DS, I'm gonna cut to when I get that done. There you go. 1,336 times played. 868 hours and 5 minutes. It was the only game I had at the time. And because it was the only game I had, I just kept beating it over and over and over again. And by the time I got to, I think, my 100th time beating it, for the record, most of that time played was on the Master Quest version of the game, because the normal version of the game, it's easy as fuck. And I remember being really fucking stupid then. Like, now I'm actually somewhat intelligent. I just act stupid to entertain myself. Like that Mr. Peabody thing earlier. I have no idea why I did that. Don't judge me. But my 3DS, I've played a lot of really fun games on it. I played Majora's Mask 3D, Luigi's Mansion. It's a game system where I experimented with a lot of different games. In fact, currently I have I have a good chunk of the Zelda franchise on my 3DS. I have Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D, the Oracle games. I can't remember if I just said A Link to the Past or not, brain farting. Link Between Worlds, and I also have Triforce Heroes on there, but it's not like downloaded onto it. It's in my re-downloadable software thing. And it's also the thing where I experimented with a lot of different game franchises, with like Mega Man and Castlevania. And it was also the first system where I played Metroid. And thanks to the new 3DS having access to SNES games, I was able to experience Super Metroid, which was fucking awesome. I might do a Let's Play on it whenever I get it on my Wii U, if I ever do. Yeah. Speaking of which, my GameCube one isn't just going to be it. It's also going to be talking about my Wii U, because they came out on the same day, just different years. I'm also going to be doing one for my Switch, because, 1 year later type thing. And, yeah. I'm probably going to use my little external recorder, my little thing here, to record some footage from Breath of the Wild, Sonic, Super Mario Odyssey, and I could do Sonic Mania, but I also have that on my PS4, and those are the only 3 games I have on my Switch right now. Yeah, my 3DS, I remember being in high school, and I didn't have like a cell phone or an MP3 or anything, or even like a CD player. And so what I did was I downloaded a shit ton of songs on the SD card of this thing, and listened to it on the little music player thing on the inside. And weirdly enough, to this day, it's actually still the #1 software I've spent the most time on. I think, if I can find it. There we go. 1,625 hours. and 45 minutes, I think. That is fucking ridiculous. At least I think that's hours. Could be minutes. I don't fucking know. But it's still the software I've played the most, and it's kind of ridiculous. To be perfectly honest with you guys, eventually I got my second 3DS game, which is, I think, Street Fighter 4 3D. And, I'm not a huge... If anyone who knows me will tell you that I am not really into 2D fighters all that much. I like playing them for a quick spurt. There's not enough there to keep me interested and playing for very long. Even if they're hyper-sexualized or anything like DOA, I can play it for 20 minutes. Maybe an hour. At least at a time. And same thing with Dragon Ball FighterZ. Funny enough. For those who don't know, I got the collector's edition, or not collector's. I got the fuck, what is it? The gold edition or whatever on the PlayStation Network, whatever that is, which comes with the game, the season pass thing, and a few exclusive stuff if you pre-order that version. And it's, I don't want to say I wasted my money, but I kind of did, to be honest. I paid a lot of money for something that I have barely even touched, if I'm being completely honest here. I wanted to get the collector's edition because of all the bonus shit. I got, when I pre-ordered Xenoverse 2, I got, anyway, that's PS4 stuff. This is about the 3DS, damn it. Yeah, the 3DS, it's been a game changer, honestly. And it's really sad to think that sometime soon the 3DS might be out of commission because of the Switch, which I actually have over here. I always have it in dock form because the thing only has 2-hour battery life, so taking it in handheld is not, it's not that it's not recommended, it's that there's no point. 2 hours for me is nothing. Anyway, yeah, the 3DS, this thing has helped me out through a bunch. There are times when I'm I never leave home without this thing too, because this thing has so much battery life, and I have so many freaking games on this thing. Here, let me... on my 3DS right now, I have so many freaking games downloaded on this thing. So, I have a bunch of... Why the fuck do I keep doing that? Look. That's the Zelda column. This is the Mario, Donkey Kong, and Sonic column. This is my Mega Man Kirby. They're actually more organized than this. It's just I zoom them out so you can see all of them. Castlevania and Metroid, which I called my Castlevania thing. My RPGs, which the only ones I have downloaded are Red and Blue. Pokemon Red and Blue. My indie games, which all I have downloaded are Azura Gunvolt, Terraria, and Shantae the Pirate's Curse, which I recently did a Let's Play of. Well, somewhat recently. And Shovel Knight. I got Hey Pikmin and Smash Brothers and Animal Crossing. And that's all the games. And not to mention the one game you can have in here, which right now I have Super Mario 64 DS. Like, I have so many freaking games on that thing. And that's because this system, like, I take it with me, like, whenever I leave the house, I always have it with me. And that's because if I'm in a situation where I have to wait a long time, like if I'm going out into town, like walking out into town, and I order something if I order a pizza from Casey's, and it's like, you gotta wait like 20 minutes, just pull up my 3DS, wait outside, and game a little bit on A Link to the Past or something. And, yeah, even when I have my Switch with me, it's like, oh, well, the Switch is about to die. Put it in sleep mode, pull up my 3DS, and continue gaming. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, I think. Not sure what else to talk about. Let's... too bad this thing isn't alive, otherwise I'd throw this thing a birthday party. It's like my 7-year-old little son that I play with all the time. Okay, this has got off to a very rocky ending. Bye! Don't call the cops!